Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'Hashem, in the name of Hamashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Pelican Hebrew, the Lashma Krashna tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, for Akim, Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of this recent M.O.T.B news updates as of July the 25th, 2025 on Friday. And this is a news article from CPA.org, published July the 25th, 2025. And it reads, Europe embrace digital currency, not the U.S. It says, as Europe rushes ahead with plans to issue a digital currency, the U.S. hits the brakes, right? Because they signed a anti-central digital currency bill. Once they're going to see if it's going to pass the Senate, once they have another recession, a meeting of that, see if they can be able to vote the bill to be passed through the Senate, because it passed the House already. That's the last time I checked. It says the European Central Bank is pushing ahead with plans to issue a digital euro. And in contrast, the U.S. House Representatives recently passed an anti-central digital currency development state act that will prohibit a Federal Reserve from issuing a digital dollar without authorization from the Congress. It says in a common transatlantic divergence, if I pronounce that right, it says a mirror of the U.S. versus the European differences about the innovation and the role of regulation. For Americans, a central bank digital currency raise the risk of tech-enabled government overreacting. The U.S. prefers to support private sectors, finance innovations, and support private cryptocurrency in contrast. But even if you do sign an anti-central digital currency bill into law, and you have a cryptocurrency stablecoin into law, that's going to be converted into digital currency. That's going to implement the technology of the digital currency, digital accounts, and digital money. That's still going to lead us towards the pushing of the M.O.T.B. That's going to be part of that as well too. Cryptocurrency, in contrast, the European recoils at the risk of a Wild West private currency as set clear boundaries, encouraging the public institutions to fill the gap. The central bank digital currency should not be confused with cryptocurrency, which U.S. is moving fast to integrate into a financial system. A digital euro or dollar is a centralized digital token that holds a value of electronically linked to a specific owner crypto stablecoins and privately issue a supposed maintained one-to-one peg with the dollar or another currency. They are not official government issued money, and their ownership is not fully transparent. Both central digital currency and stablecoin promise to make financial transactions faster and more efficient, less costly than traditional payments. They settle nearly instantly, including cross-border, eliminating the lagging between sending and receiving funds. They also offer a substantial reduced transaction fee. Credit cards network typically charge between 2.5% and 3.5% per transaction, while stablecoin fees range from just 0.1% to 0.15%. A digital dollar designed for everyday use by the general public could deliver many of the same advantages as stablecoin, with the added assurance of being issued directly by the Federal Reserve. Yet a digital dollar seems unlikely. The anti-central digital currency act is not only blocks the assurance of digital dollar by the Federal Reserve, it prohibits research into one congressional critics expressed concerns about the potential surveillance. The digital dollar could allow the government to track the flow of money, but now you're using cryptocurrency stablecoin that's going to be used to track your government money. With your digital banking, track every move of that, your transactions with the digital banking. With the stablecoin, that's going to be reverted to digital currency right along with the cryptocurrency stablecoin. That it says dollars allows the government to track the flat flow of money and the monitoring transactions and decisions. The critics worry about the money will be switched off. Lawmakers in Congress pointed to the 2022 protests in Canada, what in Europe as well too, when the Canadian government allows for protest banks accounts to be frozen. Right, that's how it's going to be with the stable coin and cryptocurrency as well too, because the citizens is in the countries in the United States is going to react if that happens to them. Just like the protests been taking place over in Canada, and the protests been taking place over in Europe, a couple of years back. So we're going to expect that to happen over here as well too, North America. And that's when that second Ezra 16 chapter comes into play, the great uprising. But I just want to add a side note to that. Yeah, it says Europe is braced for digital currency, not the U.S. Check the digital currency news. It says, could America lose the global race? Yes, that is true. Because they is going to lose the global race because we're seeing more and more nations are not depending on the American dollar or the euro dollar as well too. As we're seeing China and these other countries potentially going to be in the global currency race, because everything is going to be digital global rather than the part of the dollar. This paper dollar is going to be a thing in the past. Yeah, this is a website from WOKV.com. That's July the 25th, 2025 at 6 o'clock p.m. UTC time. Published by Pep Hannah and on Dandia. If I pronounced those names right. It says, could America lose the global currency race? It says, on reports that U.S. dollar dominance is threatened by the geopolitical shifts in digital currencies and rival economies, impacting global finance and American influence. It says, could America lose the global currency race? It says, understanding the historical dominance of the U.S. dollar, the emerging threats from global geopolitical shift in digital currencies and profound implications of America's global monetary fund warnings. The U.S. dollar has been long undisputed heavyweight champion of global finance, serving as the world's primary reserve currency and the bedrock for international trade and investments, and its enduring deeply rooted in a rich history, the sheer size and stability of the American economy and the robust infrastructures of its financial markets. Yet, as the 21st century unfolds, formidable positions faces unprecedented challenges and from geopolitical shift and rising economy rivals and transformative technological advances such as the digital currency. All of that explores the foundations of the dollar's power and focusing tests of its supremacy and the potential implications should its global monetary influence wines. So yeah, because it is going to be replaced. And there's potentially is going to be China or another country that's going to overthrow the dominance of the global currency from America, which lasts for a very long time. And we're seeing implications of that as big decline. It says Christie's launched a first major U.S. crypto real estate division report. Christie's International Real Estate has debuted the first major U.S. broker division focus. It said its first ever division focused exclusively cryptocurrency based on sales. The New York Times M.O.T.B reports the U.S. broker Christie's pioneers crypto home purchases. The superhead by Aaron Kerman Los Angeles division enables home buyers to skip banks entirely by paying with digital currency. Right, so we're seeing more and more from these banks, these companies, these businesses, and local businesses throughout America and throughout the world that they're leaning more and more to a cashless-based society as they use more of these Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency as an alternative because they're not going to be using more paper dollars anymore because the paper dollars are going to be a thing of the past. Yep, it says, read that again. The superhead of the Aaron Kerman of Los Angeles division enabled home buyers to skip banks, right? Because it's going to be rather than regular banks, you have your money in the bank that's going to be focusing on digital currencies that's going to use as digital banking and digital money and digital banking. It says home buyers to skip banks entirely by paying with digital currency, right? That's going to implement the digital banking and the digital currency. According to the report by the NYT's Deborah Cumming, the broker has already wrapped up a severe high-profile deals, including a $6.5 million Beverly Hills estate, bought entirely with crypto. Noted. It says Carmen's crew, which includes an attorney data specialist and crypto pros and managed sales, were both buyers and sellers selling their deals using only digital assets. The article highlights that the Carmen's cryptos revenue listing totals more than 1 billion, including the standout links about 118 million, and Lee Laughing Belair and the 63 million Night Gal in Beverly Hills. Yep, so that's what we're seeing. Everything is leaning towards this new cashless society. It says BRICS accelerates push for a digital currency aiming for launch next year. And this is a news article from the Blooming Bit as of July the 25th, 2025 at 2:18 p.m. 2:18 a.m. Let's say. This is published by Mindson King from the blooming.io. It says BRICS accelerated push for a digital currency aiming for launch next year. It says the key points. It says the BRICS alliance is actively establishing a digital currency system. It's reportedly preparing for the launch next year. At the summit, there were discussions regarding the expansion of the BRICS pay. Right, because you had Belarus, once they had that BRICS meeting not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago. Because I'm gonna say Belarus, they came up with the idea that the BRICS nation is gonna use their digital currency, their own form of currency. It says at the summit there was discussion regarding the expansion of the BRICS pay and boosting the shares of payment in national currencies. The digital currencies framework is being developed with a focus of blockchain-based cross-border payments and integrations of central bank digital currency of the CBC. This is why it matters. The BRICS alliance has officially begun building a digital currency system. Expansion of the BRICS pay and increasing the use of national currency for settlements we're discussing what it appears to be an effort to reduce the reliance on the dollar, right? To reduce reliance on the American dollar and the Western dollar as well too. It says if the digital currency provides success, it could have a positive impact on coin trading, but it may also complete an existing currency system, thus affect prices. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and it calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FREHEDS. Right, so we're seeing more and more cross-border payments online and offline, or everything's being digital. Digital dollar, digital accounts, digital wallet, digital ID, digital money, digital currency, digital virtual assets, digital cash, digital money. Uh, It's a digital dollar, digital currency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, because everything's leaning towards a cashless society. And we're entering the M.O.T.B as well too. And this technology device that they want to implant inside your body as well too is going to be part of that as well too. That's why we're seeing more AI technology that's going to be part of finance. And we're seeing it increasing on a daily basis. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the Quran or the name of the BASC or not his name. Right, so this is a technology device that they want to implant inside your body, even if you're rich or poor for your bonds, receive a Quran in their right hand or in the FREHEDS. Revelations 13, verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him have understanding, count the number of the BAST, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX, 200 square SIX. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article. Hopefully this was edifying of the sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B news update I meant to say as of July 25th, 2025 on Friday. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem B'Kakadash. And Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and the Son of God, Son Ba'ashem, the name of Mashiach Kabashah. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Galash 1, Galash 1, Barak to the elders and apostles, Barak and Barak, to the next time, I'll say Shalom.